Welcome on in to the second half of the Sandlot Baseball League for the 2025 season. Today we are featuring the 3-2 Bash Bros and the 2-3 Clean Cleats. Let's head on over to the away team's starting lineup. First up, in left field, batting first, Barry Bonds. Manning the hot corner, Mike Schmidt. Your DH for the Bash Bros, Ryan Howard. In center, batting cleanup, Ken Griffey Jr. Playing shortstop, batting fifth, Miguel Tejada. In right field, Evan Carter. Behind the plate, calling the game, Sean Murphy. Batting eighth, your second baseman, Nick Lofton. And at first base, Doug Jennings. For your 2-3 Clean Cleats, leading off in left field is Alex Gordon. Batting second, playing shortstop, is Nomar Garciaparra. Catcher, batting third, Joe Maurer. Your DH for the Clean Cleats is Jurickson Profar. At third base, batting fifth, Manny Machado. In right field, batting sixth, Joe Carter. In center, Johan Rojas. At first base, Joey Meneses. And your second baseman for today is Al Newman, bringing up the rear of the lineup. Starting pitchers today for the Bash Bros is Josh Beckett. Josh Beckett is 1-0 on the season with a 2.25 ERA. He has 4 strikeouts on the season with no walks. And for the Clean Cleats, it is Tim Lincecum, also 1-0 on the season, with a 3.38 ERA. He has 5 strikeouts and 3 walks on the season. Both of these pitchers are looking to continue their hot streaks as they face off against one another in a pretty pivotal game, because for the Bash Bros, you'd love to get up to 4-2 and be at the top of the league. Falling to 500 is not the worst thing, but you definitely don't want to do that. And if you're the Clean Cleats, dropping to 2-4 is not something that you would also want to do either. So with all that being said, let's get ready to play ball. All right. We are ready to go here. Tim Lincecum will be up to bat first. Or on the mound first, excuse me. And first up to the plate will be Barry Bonds. This will be a 4 versus 13. Cool. And here we go. Lincecum sports a 4.5 command. Against righties, it'll be 5. Everyone else will be 4. He is 19 out, so getting pitcher start hits on him will be quite difficult. Here we go. The pitch is a 5, which will be Bonds' advantage. And the swing from Bonds is a 7, which will be a walk. And we'll put him on first. And as he gets on first base, let's quickly take a look at the defense. We will look first for the the Clean Cleats who are in the field. They have a 9 battery with Lincecum's -1 defense, so not very good there. An 11 infield and 10 outfield, so it's among the lesser of defenses in the league, but not terrible. So with a 9, it looks like Bonds may try to steal here. So Bonds is going to take off. It's going to be a 9 versus 25 on the steal attempt. And Bonds slides under the throw of Maurer. He will be safe on second base and already a runner in scoring position for the always dangerous Mike Schmidt. Outfield will come in. This will be a 5 versus 12 against Schmidt. Advantage Lincecum. Okay. And a 6 will be a strikeout for Mr. Mike Schmidt. That is 1 away. Outfield remains in for Ryan Howard. This will be a 4 versus 14. A big out for Lincecum if he can get it. And it is Lincecum's advantage. And a 2 will be another strikeout for Lincecum. With the cleanup man, Ken Griffey Jr. coming up. This will be a 4 versus 13. Outfield continues to stay in. Another advantage, so unless we roll a 20 here... My word. Oh my word, and Griffey gets the pitcher's chart single, which will move Bonds to third. And even though the outfield is in, they are going to send Bonds home. So this will be a 10 versus 22 on the throw. So 19 plus 3, 22. So 10 versus 22 on the throw home. And he is going to be safe. An RBI single for Ken Griffey Jr. puts the Bash Bros on the board 1-0. Tejada is up next. This will be a 5 versus 11. And a 2 will be advantage for Tejada. And an 18 for Tejada is going to be a double. Huge swing there for him as they go all the way around. The outfield wouldn't have been in, so this is going to be another sending home. 10 versus 24 on the throw. This will be the Gold Glover, Alex Gordon's chance to throw out the runner at home. And it's going to be not enough, and another run comes across the plate. The Bash Bros are up 2-0 early on Lincecum, which is kind of a shocker. So man on second, still 2 outs. Outfield does come in now. 4 versus 11 as Evan Carter is up. The pitch from Lincecum. Good enough. And Carter will roll this one over to the shortstop, Nomar Garcia-Parra, who picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 3. And the Bash Bros strike first against Lincecum as they put up 2 right out of the gate on 2 hits. It's going to be important Lincecum doesn't give up any more runs before the end of the 5th inning, so he can try to get that quality appearance. And both bullpens are not doing so hot as far as rest goes, so it'll be very important for them to try to keep the Bash Bros at bay. Bottom of the first, 2-0. Beckett comes up. He's got only 16 outs on his chart, but a 6 against righties, and then a 7 command against lefties and switch hitters. His first matchup will be a 7 versus 13 for Alex Gordon, the leadoff man, and a 2 will already give Gordon the advantage here, and a 16 will be enough to make contact and push the ball out into right field for a single. So the Clean Cleats also get their leadoff man aboard. 6 versus 12 for the shortstop Nomar. Advantage Beckett. And Garcia Parra swings and misses. That is a strikeout for out number 1. And Beckett's first K of the day. 7 versus 14. Maurer steps up. The pitch from Beckett. Advantage him. And Maurer's swing will be a ground ball over to the second baseman, Lofton, who gets it to second for 1. And this will be a 13 plus 3, so a 12 versus 16 on the double play attempt, so should be pretty easy. And a 1 is an error. Whoa. So the ball gets tossed all the way past first base, and Maurer's going to get to second base on that errant throw. And he will be on second base for the DH Profar. This will be a 7 versus 12. Outfield's going to stay where it's at. Oh no, and Beckett's going to give up the advantage to Profar. Profar's swing is a deep fly ball to right field. Looking back on it is Evan Carter, and that ball is out of here. Home run for Lincecum Profar, and the failed double play is going to be quite painful for the Bash Bros as they give up a 2-out homer to Profar. Wow. A lot of fireworks early here. 6 versus 11 as Manny Machado comes up to the plate. Beckett locks in with the advantage on that one. And the swing is a slow roller over to the third baseman, Schmidt, who tosses it over to first for out number 3. And we head to the top of the second inning, tied 2-2. Great start for the offenses. Bad start for the bullpens as they are already looking a little bit nervous to have to potentially bring up a bulk of this game. Lincecum is out there for the second frame. This will be a 5 versus 10 to Sean Murphy, and Lincecum will get the advantage there. Murphy's swing is a hot line drive caught by the shortstop Nomar for out number 1. That'll bring up Nick Lofton, another 5 versus 10. Lincecum's pitch is all for Lofton here, and Lofton will make very solid contact as he floats that one out to the left field for a single against Lincecum. And Jennings is going to attempt to lay down a sacrifice bunt here, which means we need a 13 or higher. And he will lay that sack down. 2 outs, but we do have a man on second base for the leadoff man, Bonds. And the outfield's going to move in here. 4 versus 13. And Bonds will get the advantage against Lincecum yet again. And Bonds with an 18 pokes that one out to the gap in left center, and a run will come in to score as Bonds gets a 2-out RBI double. And Lincecum will not be able to get the quality appearance already, as it is now 3-2. Outfield will stay in, 5 versus 12. Oof, and Mike Schmidt gets the advantage against Lincecum. A 7 is a walk. Could have been much worse there. which brings up the big man, Ryan Howard, who struck out his last time up. 4 versus 14, and Lincecum comes in clutch as he gets the advantage, and Howard's going to slow roll one over to the first baseman, who will pick it up, step on first, and that'll end the frame, but again, not before more damage is done against Lincecum, and the Bash Bros retake the lead, 3-2. Beckett's out for frame number 2. Let's see if he can settle down the nerves, I guess, after this halftime break for these teams. And he's going to face the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters. 6 versus 11 here as he faces off against Joe Carter. Advantage Beckett. Carter will swing and ground one over to the left side of the infield. Schmidt has it up and throws to first for out number 1. Brings up the center fielder, Johan Rojas, 6 versus 10. Advantage for the away pitcher, Beckett. And Rojas is also going to hit one over to the shortstop, who's going to get him out at first for out number 2. Now, the Clean Cleats don't have the best offense in the league. They really rely on their first 5-ish hitters, like a lot of the league does. But their strength is supposed to be their pitching, and right now it is not working out for them so well. Beckett will get his 3rd advantage in a row against Meneses, and Meneses will be able to just get a hold of that one and hits it opposite field into right, and he will be on with a 2-out single. See if they can get something going. Second baseman Al Newman up for the first time today, 7 versus 10. I was about to say it's going to take a miracle, and we almost got it. So advantage Beckett. Newman's swing is a 10, which is a ground ball out for out number 3. So good job from Beckett there, being able to pretty much sit down the bottom part of the order as he should. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 Bash Bros. 4, 5, 6 hole hitters will be up here. 4 versus 13 as Lincecum will not get the advantage. So Griffey, see what he can do. The 15 will be a poke into the center right field gap, and a lead-off double for Ken Griffey Jr. puts the Bash Bros into scoring position again. This is not the best team for Lincecum to face off against, especially with 3 of the first 4 hitters being lefties. Outfield will stay in for now, 5 versus 11, as Lincecum faces off against Tejada. Advantage the Freak, and Tejada swings and misses. That is a strikeout. It is Lincecum's 3rd K on the day. Brings up Evan Carter, 0 for 1. 4 versus 11. Outfield remains in. And Lincecum just gets the advantage by 1. Carter swings. That's a deep fly ball out to right field. Going back on it is Joe Carter, and he will make the grab at the warning track for out number 2. So Carter just missed one there. 5 versus 10 as the catcher Sean Murphy is up. Lincecum's advantage. Murphy's swing is another fly ball, this time to left field, but Gordon is under it for the routine catch for out number 3. And good job by Lincecum there to get out of that leadoff double jam by Ken Griffey. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Beckett will face the order for the 2nd time through as Gordon leads off. 7 versus 13. Advantage Beckett. Gordon's swing is a poke out to right field. Leadoff single again for Alex Gordon, as he is now 2 for 2 on the day. Garcia Parra up next, the shortstop. 6 versus 12. Advantage Nomar. Can he take advantage? And a 14 will be another single. This time into left field. We have 2 on now for the Clean Cleats. Outfield's going to be in here. 7 versus 14. A big spot here for Beckett as no one is out yet with 2 on. And that is a 9, so that will be a 16, just enough. Maurer will swing and not swing as he watches ball 4, and that is a walk on the pitcher's chart, and we have bases loaded with no outs for Jurickson Profar. And with a 12 infield, the infield is going to remain normal for a chance at a double play. The outfield will come in. 7 versus 12. Advantage Beckett. Profar's swing is a fly ball out to right field. Under it is Evan Carter, who makes the grab for out number 1, and now they have to decide if they're going to tag up with Gordon. It would be a 10 versus 24, and they're going to do it. 10 versus 24. Carter's throw home is not in time, and Gordon slides under the tag as that is a sac fly for Profar. And that will tie up the game. 1 away still. With man on first and second. Outfield remains in. 6 versus 11 for Beckett against Machado. And the tie goes to Machado. Manny will get a hit. Poke that into left field. And with a 10 versus 19, they're going to hold, keep the bases loaded for Joe Carter. And Beckett's really dancing around some dangerous situations here. And the infield will stay back, outfield stays in, 6 versus 11. Fire pitch from Beckett. He is fired up right now. And the swing from Carter is a miss. That is out number 2. Big out there for Beckett as he gets his second strikeout on the day. 6 versus 10 for Rojas. Outfield will stay in. Another advantage for Beckett. Can Rojas do anything with it? And a 19 is going to be a single on the pitcher's chart for Johan Rojas. It's going to bring in at least 1 run to score in Nomar, which will push Beckett down an inning, which is not good, and they're going to have to hold up Maurer at third because he is very, very slow. But Beckett will come down an inning, and now it's up to Meneses. Outfield's going to stay in. 6 versus 11. The pitch from Beckett, another fire pitch. He just needs his defense to come up clutch here, and a 5 is a strikeout. Big swing and miss as he gets Meneses there. And for all intents and purposes, it could have been way worse for Beckett, but he does allow 2 runs in the frame, which will also take away the quality appearance from him, and the bullpens are definitely going to be taxed in this one. Top of the 4th inning now, high-scoring game. Lincecum set to face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. 5 versus 10. And a great pitch from Lincecum. Got some extra rest during that. And a 20 is going to be a single for Lofton. The only thing he could get on the pitcher's chart. And with 19 outs, it's crazy that Lincecum has allowed 2 pitcher's chart hits. Jennings is going to do what he did last time they manufactured a run and try to sack bunt. He lays the sack down for out number 1. But he is able to successfully move Lofton over. Outfield moves in. Barry Bonds, 1 for 1 on the day, a double and a walk. 4 versus 13, and Lincecum will win the battle this time. And Bonds swings and rolls one over to the second baseman Newman, who throws it to first in time for out number 2. Outfield stays in, 5 versus 12. Schmidt 0 for 1 with a walk today. Lincecum's advantage. And the swing from Schmidt is another ground ball, this time over to the shortstop Nomar, who throws it to first for out number 3, and that'll end the frame. Great work by Lincecum that time around. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 9-1-2 as these pitchers are getting ready to see the lineup for the 3rd time, which typically means more hits, but who knows on a day like today. 7 versus 10, and he rolls another 5 against Newman, which is what he did last time. And Newman swings and grounds one over to the first baseman, Doug Jennings, who picks it up and steps on first for out number 1. Brings up the top of the order again. Gordon is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, 7 versus 13. And Beckett, fire pitch. And Gordon will get his 3rd hit of the day as he pokes one into right field for his 3rd single and 2nd on Beckett's chart. 6 versus 12. Nomar is 1 for 2 today. I don't know, that looks like a 13. And Nomar will also get a pitcher's chart hit, so back-to-back pitcher's chart hits allowed. And that'll move the outfield in as Joe Mauer gets up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk. 7 versus 14, a big spot here. And a 2 will be advantage Mauer. Mauer's swing is a nice single into right field. And even though the outfield is in, Gordon is going to be waved home. It's going to be 10 versus 27. Carter is up with the throw and not even close. And the Clean Cleats get another run off of Josh Beckett. And some clutch hitting with 2 outs for the Clean Cleats. 7 versus 12 for Profar, who hit the 2-run bomb in the first. Beckett will get another advantage there. And this time, Profar will hit a deep fly ball to left field. Bonds is under it and makes the catch for... Oh, that's only the 2nd out. Oopsies. For out number 2. So that other throw would have been 10 versus 24. Not 27. Still a safe, but it's okay. Big catch, though. 6 versus 11. Outfield stays in. Pitch from Beckett. Another great one. Machado's swing is a ground ball over to the shortstop, Miguel Tejada, who chucks it over to first for out number 3. And that ends the inning. But again, Beckett allows a run. Head to the top of the 5th. It is 5-3. And what are 2 ace pitchers, they're not doing so hot. So far, as Lincecum trots back out there for the 5th inning, he has allowed 6 hits, 3 singles, 3 doubles, and has struck out 3 while walking 2. Beckett's allowed 10 hits, 9 singles, and 1 home run, struck out 3 and walked 1. So Lincecum's really settled in now. Beckett's damage has mostly been on pitcher's chart hits, to be honest. Howard today, 0 for 2. This is a 4 versus 14. He's yet to get an advantage today and won't there, as Lincecum will pick up the advantage. And we're not wanting to roll for some reason very well. Howard's going to roll one over to the first baseman for out number 1. So bring up Ken Griffey Jr., who is 2 for 2, single and a double. 4 versus 13. Lincecum's advantage. Griffey's swing is another ground ball over to the second baseman, this time Newman, who underhands it over to first base for out number 2. Will we see our first 1-2-3 inning of the day? We could. 5 versus 11 for the shortstop Tejada. Advantage Lincecum. And Tejada hits a ground ball over to the third baseman, who will yuck it over to first for out number 3. And Lincecum has a clean inning. Some weak contact by the Bash Bros, and Lincecum goes 1-2-3. Beckett comes back out to face the 6, 7, 8 hitters. 6 versus 11 here. Joe Carter is 0 for 2 today. Beckett again will get an advantage. And Carter's swing is a weak ground ball over to the third baseman Schmidt, who throws it over to first for out number 1. Beckett has not allowed an advantage to the 6 through 9 hole hitters of the Clean Cleats, but they have still been able to get 2 hits off of them via the pitcher's chart. 6 versus 10, and advantage Rojas, and there's the announcer's jinx, as Rojas is 1 for 2, and he will just be able to make some contact there for a single, and he will be on first base. Rojas is going to try to steal against the 10 battery. This will be a 10 versus 25. Sean Murphy's throw is not in time, and Rojas is on second with 1 away. Brings up Meneses. He is 1 for 2. 6 versus 11. Advantage Beckett. Outfield will be in with the speedy Rojas on base. And the swing from Meneses is a sharp line drive caught by Schmidt at the hot corner for out number 2. That'll bring up Al Newman, who is 0 for 2, 2 ground balls. 7 versus 10. And Beckett will get the advantage, but can he limit the damage? He does, as Newman swings and misses for out number 3. So Rojas is able to get an advantage and steal a base, but Beckett shuts it down. We head to the top of the 6th, 5-3 Clean Cleats. Lincecum will face the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters. Evan Carter is up as we get to the 6th inning here. Carter is 0 for 2, 4 versus 11. And Lincecum, another great pitch to lead off the frame. And Carter lifts this one out to right field, but it's not going to be enough. And Carter makes the routine catch for out number 1. 0 for 2 is Sean Murphy, 5 versus 10. And Lincecum gets an advantage. And a weak ground ball hit over to the left side. Nomar is up with it. Throws the first, out number 2. Lincecum's really locking in here. 5 versus 10. Lofton does not get the advantage, and Lofton will get another pitcher's chart single. Back-to-back 20 swings from him, and he is 3 for 3 on the day with 3 singles. And with 2 outs, Jennings cannot sacrifice bunt here. Well, he could, but wouldn't really be a reason to. So he's going to get the chance to swing for the first time today. 4 versus 10. And Jennings not only gets the chance to swing, but it's going to be on his chart. And a 16 will be a single for Jennings as he picks up his first hit of the day. And we got 2 on with 2 out for the leadoff man, Barry Bonds, who is 2 for 3. Outfield's going to come in on Lofton. This will be 4 versus 13. A big spot for Lincecum. Can he lock it in? And he does by 1. So it would take a miracle here for Bonds to be able to do anything, and he lifts this one to deep right field, and Carter makes a leaping grab at the wall for out number 3, and Lincecum dances out of the danger as he allows another relatively clean as far as scoring goes inning. Bottom of the 6th, looks like this will probably be Beckett's last inning of pitching. The Bash Bros are very tight for arms in the bullpen, but it's still a close game. We'll see what they do the next time up. Gordon is 3 for 3 today, even though he only has 1 advantage. 7 versus 13, and Gordon will get another advantage. What will Gordon do this time? And he lifts one out to right field, but Evan Carter is there for the grab, so Beckett is able to get Gordon out for the first time today. Nomar is 2 for 3, 2 singles, 6 versus 12. And Nomar gets the advantage. Let's see if he can hit an extra base hit here, because he has not really had one in a while. And as he makes contact, that ball is going back, and it is gone. Nomar Garcia-Parra with the solo home run. And he puts a little bit of an exclamation point on this game. It is now 6-3. Beckett will face Maurer now, who is 1 for 2, a single and a walk, 7 versus 14. And advantage Maurer. Maurer will look at ball 4. That'll be Beckett's second walk of the day. Faces off against Profar, who is 1 for 2, the home run. 7 versus 12, and Beckett will just squeak out the advantage with a 6 there. And 11 is a hot line drive caught by the first baseman for out number 2. That'll bring up Manny Machado. 6 versus 11. Machado is 1 for 3 today. Advantage Beckett, and swing and miss from Manny Machado will be out number 3, and we will head to the top of the 7th inning. Clean Cleats 6, Bash Bros 3. The Bash Bros have had some chances here in this game, but have not been able to take advantage of many opportunities because they've only had 1 advantage, or 2 advantages in the last 4 innings. So, great job by Lincecum. And this will probably be his last inning as he faces off against the 2-3-4 hitters. So this will be 5 versus 12 as he faces off against Mike Schmidt. Advantage Lincecum, and Schmidt will swing and miss for out number 1 as Lincecum's 4th strikeout. And a player he has faced today and not given up an advantage yet to is Ryan Howard, 4 versus 14, and he will again not give up an advantage to Howard, and Howard will hit a weak ground ball over to the second baseman Newman, who throws it to first for out number 2. 4 versus 13 as Griffey is 2 for 3 today, a single and a double. And what I say, 4 versus 13? That is advantage Griffey. Can he make up some of the ground they have lost? No, he cannot, as we see our first batter's chart out of the day. And a 1-2-3 inning for Lincecum as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And we're going to have to make a pitching change here. What are they going to do? Righty, righty. Lots of righties. I'm going to throw in Dave Otto. Otto is one of those punt pitchers who shouldn't ever really see the light of day. And there we go. 1 second. All right, I think we got it now. Perfect. All right. 2 versus 13. And great pitch from Dave there. He has to give up less than a 15 if he doesn't want to give up singles, and he will promptly give up a leadoff pitcher start single to Joe Carter. Rojas is going to stay in. This will be a 2 versus 8. And Otto just gets the advantage. And 14 will be a line drive caught by the shortstop for out number 1. Meneses is also going to stay in. This will be a 2 versus 8. Oh, advantage Meneses here. And Meneses will get a single. It'll be 2 on as Otto faces Al Newman, 2 versus 10. Outfield is going to stay in, and he will just squeak by with a 13. Newman's swing is a ground ball. Carter will be able to get to third. Meneses out at second on the double play attempt. It's going to be 12 versus 20. And it will not be enough, and Newman will be aboard with the fielder's choice. That's very unfortunate, as now Otto's going to have to face the top of the lineup, or at least one of them. 2 outs. All fields will be normal. 1 versus 12. And advantage Gordon. And a 5 will be a fly ball. Our second batter's chart out of the day. And Otto will squeak out of that one, not allowing any damage, even though he allows a decent amount of base runners. We head to the top of the 8th. It's 6-3. Let's go to the bullpen for the Clean Cleats. They're going to be facing righty, lefty, righty. So let's throw in Mark Davis. Mark Davis is a great closer. In this case, setup man. Not sure why it's doubling up on that, but whatever. So he comes in. He's going to face off against Tejada, Carter, and Murphy. I don't think the Bash Bros really have a good right fielder. Oh, they could put him in, but... All right. Davis comes in with 18 outs. So, going to have to do some work here. This will be 6 versus 13, and he will very easily get the first advantage as Tejada lifts one out to left field. Gordon will be under it for the routine catch for out number 1. 6 versus 11 as Carter is 0 for 3 today. 6 versus 11, and Carter will finally get his first advantage of the day. And Carter, all of a sudden we're going to catch the batter chart out bug, and he will ground one over to the first baseman, Meneses, who picks it up and takes it to first himself. 6 versus 8 here for Sean Murphy. And Murphy's swing is a line drive caught, and Davis goes 1-2-3 for the Clean Cleats as he gets the clean inning. bottom of the 8th here, and the Bash Bros have another decision to make. For there, do they throw another junk pitcher? It's only 6-3. But they're going to try to save their bullpen as much as possible here. And they will send out the man, the myth, the legend, Walter Beal. Not sure why this is showing Dave Otto twice on here. I'm going to have to rework that at some point. I must have accidentally hit the button like one too many times. All right, Nomar is up 1 versus 12. Nomar is 3 for 4. 1 versus 12, advantage Nomar. And his swing is going to be a deep fly ball to left field. And he is not going to get to it, is Barry Bonds, and Nomar is going to get a leadoff triple. He is now just a double short of the cycle, which, unless they bat all the way around, he's not going to get there. Infield will be in. 4 versus 14. Great pitch from Beal there. And Mauer will swing and hit a ground ball. And they will throw it over to first for out number 1 as the infield's going to stay in. It'd be a 12 versus 18 attempt there. 4 versus 12 for Nomar. And advantage Profar. Profar will get a single into left field, and that's going to be a run for the Clean Cleats as they put a little bit more distance between them and the Bash Boys. 1 versus 11 for Manny Machado. Great pitch from Beal. And a 9 is going to be a fly ball. Very odd chart for Beal for out number 2. As Machado really hasn't gotten much going today. 1 for 5. Joe Carter, 1 versus 11. And Carter will get the advantage. Carter's swing is a double. And they will wave Profar home. This will be a 10 versus 23 on the throw. And nowhere close as Profar will score. And the Clean Cleats get another run on the board. Outfield will remain normal. This will be a 1 versus 10. Advantage Rojas. And a 15 will be another single. Clean Cleats are pouring it on here. And they're going to send Carter to 10 versus 24. And another run is scored. And the Bash Bros are going to have to worry about Beal getting tired here. It's now 9-3. 1 versus 11. Beal just needs one more out. He gets the advantage here at least. And an 18 is going to be another single, a pitcher's chart single. So at least be 4 versus 10. Outfield will come in. 4 versus 10, and a 7 will be just enough to get the advantage against Newman. And Newman will roll one over for out number 3. But again, not before even more damage was done. And we go to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance effort here for the Bash Bros. And because they have the arms to do it, Joan Duran will come on. Hasn't pitched in a while. Looking to do some damage. And or limit damage is more like it. And you will face the 8-9 one-hole hitters. This will be 5 versus 10. And Duran is going to throw our first mistake pitch of the day, which we have not seen before. Lofton has the chance to go 4 for 4 here. And Lofton's swing is a 9, which will be a walk. And that is his 5th time being on base. 7 versus 10 as Jennings comes up to the plate. Advantage Duran. And the swing from Jennings, a 13, is actually going to be a ground ball. So Lofton will be out at second. This will be an 11 versus 21 on the throw. And Jennings hits into the double play. Good work by Duran there. And that will bring up Barry Bonds, who started off the game hot and has cooled off significantly. 7 versus 13. Advantage Bonds. Can he build some momentum for the next game? And he will, as he lifts that one deep into right field. A home run for Barry Bonds. So good thing Duran got Jennings into that double play, or this would have started to be a little bit tighter. 5 versus 12. Advantage Mike Schmidt here. And Schmidt's 14 will be a double. So Duran getting into a little bit of issues here. Outfield will remain normal. This will be 7 versus 14. Howard still has yet to get an advantage today. And he will not, so unless he rolls an 18 or higher, this game is over, and Howard lifts one out to right field, and this ball game is over. A final score. I'm missing a run somewhere. That's why. Silly me. A final score of 9-4. And let's go over to our players of the game. And for today's game, the winning pitcher will be Lincecum, who will go to 2-0 on the season. And the Clean Cleats really took it to the Bash Bros today. It started off solid for the Bash Bros and then really kind of fell off. And as we look at the scoreboard for today, we have a final score of 9-4. That'll bump the Clean Cleats up to 3-3. It'll drop the Bash Bros to 3-3. Lincecum will get the victory, going to 2-0. Beckett takes the L. He will drop to 1-1. Garcia Parra, your player of the game, as he falls a double short of the cycle. He had 3 runs, 1 RBI, a home run, a triple, and 2 singles. So great game from the Clean Cleats. Really a statement win there for them. They've really been up and down when they're pitching. Even though it wasn't the total best for their standards, getting 9 runs from their offense was something else. So that's going to do it from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.